Lawrence going to put it up right away. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year, with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Lawrence going to go out wide here for Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. These two teams, division rivals, of course. And you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win. And the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022. But the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville. And that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Shoves him away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action here. Corral. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Colts had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the play fake, Corral. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And Corral will throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground. ETN. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. ETN once more. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We never got to see how Jacksonville planned to pair ETN with James Robinson together last season because a Lisfranc injury kept the rookie from ever reaching the field. But just like the rest of the team, ETN is starting fresh in 2022, and you can honestly consider this his rookie season.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give to ETN running right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 7-0. Santoso now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Rolling to his right. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Corral. Able to connect with Mims. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Again, it's Corral. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Trading for DeForest Buckner 2 years ago, still a shrewd move for the Indianapolis Colts. He's anchored their defense with 6.5 sacks in that time, as well as garnering All-Pro and Pro Bowl honors.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Running out of the gun with ETN. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Pushes past him. Now a second stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Fakes a handoff here. Corral. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Corral on first down. For Marshall, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 37, they work on second and 6. Corral looking to pass, second down. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And this one is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A big kick that time.
Apparently Evan Ingram's dog shit.
And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Corral. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Corral. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Denzel Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Off play action. Here's Corral. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And some room to run now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 68 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Corral's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Corral. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Jacksonville surprised a lot of people when they tabbed Trayvon Walker as the #1 overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. And they're certainly betting that his athleticism will help him grow into one of the league's elite pass rushers.
To try again after the sack. Corral. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Will Redmond. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Lloyd brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his 1st career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run